MNXCNLR here. What's good? How y'all doing? A while back I did a 4-color Tamiyo deck tech video, and I am here with another deck tech video, which is surprising. I'm actually getting 2 videos, 2 days in a row. Let's go. I really should be more focused on my game that I play on my phone, but YouTube's more important than that. I have priorities, dang it. Let's get on with this video, shall we? This is Bant Tamiyo / Bant Landcreature / Bant Nissa Zendikar, whatever the hell I freaking used to call it. I had so many names for it, but I usually call it Bant Tamiyo. This is pre-Splash Red, so this is pre-4-color Tamiyo. Check that deck tech out. So let's get on with this. Get your man lands, your dual lands, your 4 forests, 3 islands, 2 plains, 2 simple mysteries, which is a highlight card in the deck. Enters taps for blue-green when it enters scry 1. It's a highlight card because there's not other ways to dig with the deck, which is good but bad. Good because you really don't have to dig too much. You don't want to freaking kill yourself digging. Bad because you kind of need to dig a little bit, but you've got Tamiyo Field Researcher to dig, and after a while, digging's pointless. Well, you still gotta dig afterwards, but you can't play the good dig cards like Brainstorm and frickin' Ponder and Preordain. You have to play that stupid get the hell out of here. You gotta play frickin' that stupid Serum Visions, which I can't stand Serum Visions. Like, a lot of my fun decks that don't run Fetches and Shocks, like 4-color Tamiyo, like Bant Tamiyo, back when that was Bant Tamiyo, that deck has never seen a shock or a fetch land in its life, and they probably never will. Like my Eldrazi deck, I mean, you don't need fetches to begin with, but the deck did run some shocks before I took out the white and made it mono green Eldrazi. Off topic, but anyways, yeah, no fetches, no shocks, because you gotta keep some balance with this deck, and plus I just find them pointless in the deck. 2 Copperhorn Scout, 4 Noble Hierarchs. The Noble Hierarchs are the main reason why I feel that shocks and fetches are pointless, because you got a lot of access to mana. Oath of Nissa, a quote-unquote dig card, and, well, I mean, you just freaking cast Tamiyo for all green if you wanted to, which I've done before. I've casted Tamiyo with all green once. A friend of mine was like, how the hell did you do that? I'm like, Oath of Nissa, buddy. That's how I did it. 4 Elemental Uprising, which makes a land a 4/4 elemental that must be blocked available to one of turn. It's add instant speed, which is also nice, so if you don't have any chump blockers, but you have mana, boom, now you have a chump blocker. And you can potentially kill a Tarmogoyf, too. If you have, like, both in hand, or 2 in hand, you can just kill a Tarmogoyf. 4 Joiner Adept, it gives lands that you control tap for any color, which is pretty nice. I ran for the Bant version. I run 2 in the 4-color Tamiyo version. I probably should run 4, because I don't think that a certain card that I won't say is actually pretty useful. If you have any suggestions on whether I should replace Joiner Adept with something else, leave your suggestions in the comments. 2 Remand, because I gotta keep some control, and as a way to dig. 2 Sylvan Advocate. 2/3 Vigilance, as long as you control 6 or more lands. It and land creatures you control gain 2/2, which is nice. Halimar Tidecaller, nailed it. When it enters, you return target card with Awaken, you may, from your graveyard to your hand. Land creatures you control get flying, which is pretty sweet, and a pretty decent advantage, especially when you're playing against decks that can't beat flying. Nissa Vest with Seer, which transforms into Nissa Sage Animus, which I will show you right here. It's a really, really good card. The +1's a dig engine. -2, you can make a 4/4 legendary elemental, which is nice. It's -7, you can untap 6 lands, then become 6/6 freaking elemental creatures, which is nice. It's one focus of the deck, so it's definitely a highlight card. Scatter to the Winds, another highlight card. Counter target spell for 2 blue and a generic. And it's an Awaken 3 for 4 generic 2 blue. Thassa, another highlight card. Beginning of your upkeep, scry 1, and it's 1 blue, 1 generic. Target you control can't be blocked this turn. Cure, Master of the Depths, Master of Waves, pretty sweet card. Gives elementals you control 1/1, and you make a bunch of 1/0 elementals equal to your devotion of blue. Tamiyo, Field Researcher, the ultimate, the +1 and the -2 are all just beautiful in this deck. Dictate of Heliod, Flash, creatures you control get 2/2. Embodiment of Insight, land creatures you control get Vigilance. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, you may have target land become a 3/3 with haste. Crew Fix, you have no max hand size, which is good for comboing with Tamiyo in a way, and it's also a way to like, oh no, I can't get the Tamiyo ult. Well, I can still get this. And unused mana becomes colorless mana instead of just dissipating, which is nice. No Andar, Royal Shaper. When casting an instant sorcery, you put 3 1/1s. You may put 3 1/1s on a target land you control. It becomes a 0/0 elemental, which is nice. Primal Command, way to gain life, and search your library for that creature that you freaking need. Or if you're playing against mill, here's a good way to play around the mill. Privileged Position, other permanents you control basically in hexproof. Very nice. Avacyn Angel of Hope, Flying Vigilance. Everything gets indestructible, which is great. Doesn't play around path very well, but this deck was more casual friendly than competitive. And Liege of the Tangle, it's an 8/8. When it deals combat damage, you can choose any number of lands you control and put an Awakening counter on them, and they each become 8/8 as long as they have the counter on them, and they're still lands, which is pretty nice. Now the sideboard, I didn't really build too much of the sideboard, so I'll let you know what was and what wasn't part of the sideboard. Avacyn Guardian Angel was definitely in the sideboard. The 2 bows were in the sideboard. The 1 Curious Follower was actually 2 Curious Followers. 2 Lightspring Druids. One of them was not actually in there. I actually originally ran 2 part the Water Veils. The 1 part of the Water Veil was supposed to be 2. The 3 Paths were in there. The 2 Rewinds were in there. The 2 Quellers were in there. The Urban Evolution was actually not in there. It was actually another Zendikar Resurgent, and Zendikar Resurgent, whenever you tap a land for mana, you add 1 mana of that mana produced to your mana pool. Whenever you cast a creature, draw a card. The reason why it's in the sideboard is because you're mostly making creatures than you are casting creatures. So it's not a useful card, but it is a useful card for this purpose. So the mana, because let's say Joiner Adept is being beat by Abrupt Decay, Fatal Push, and all that. Zendikar Resurgent plays around all of that. Now, are you going to get it right away? I mean, meh, it's debatable, but whatevs. Still a great card. It was originally in the main deck. It replaced Kiora for a while, but then Kiora was better. Whew! That was Bant Tamiyo / Bant Elementals / Nissa Zendikar minus red. I don't know if I said this already, but the 4-color Tamiyo revisit is actually going to be a revisit for my phone. I'm actually going to record it and show you all the cards. Quick disclaimer about that, there are some proxies in that deck. The reason is my LGS either doesn't have them, or I myself just can't afford them. For example, the Noble Hierarchs and 1 Primal Command, the Privileged Positions, I can't afford those. And as for the white-blue manlands, I just straight up can't find them anywhere, and I'm not going to wait on Amazon, because, well, Amazon. You should hopefully have seen the rant video I did. Hopefully you didn't actually. If you don't see my rant video, good. If you've already seen it, ouch. I mean, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about this Bant Tamiyo deck. Should I go back to Bant Tamiyo, or should I keep the red? Let me know after the quote-unquote live reveal of the 4-color Tamiyo deck. That's all for now. Peace out. Chandra's life. And one quick thing actually before I go, you should follow me on Twitter. I post a lot on Twitter, and you'll actually be able to hear from me more on Twitter than you will on here. I'm running out of time. Peace.